Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, and members of the Diplomatic Corps, esteemed Director General of DIRCO, fellow Mozambicans, ladies and gentlemen. On June 25th, we will celebrate the 45th anniversary of our independence. We are still a young nation, but we are proud of what we have achieved, most of all, that we have been able to maintain our sovereignty. Unfortunately, the unprecedented challenges COVID-19 is posing to the world do not allow us to celebrate in a more appropriate manner. We are happy, however, that digital technology makes it possible for us to address you. 45 years ago today, we returned through liberation struggle the stolen pride of our people. We showed that we are human just like everyone else, and that we have a right to lead a free life. Building our nation has not been an easy task. We have suffered a number of setbacks, ranging from natural disasters, civil war, and now, more recently, an international terrorist campaign in the northern province of Cabo Delgado, and an international environment that, at times, has been very hostile. All these adversities have only enhanced the determination and the resilience of our people to cherish our freedom. We don't and will never regret our decision to be a free people. We are proud of the nation that we are building. We are equally proud to be a deserved member of the broader international community. As we celebrate our Independence Day, our hearts once again go to those who have fallen in pursuit of our freedom and the millions of Mozambicans given a nation by those who made this day possible. Perhaps some of you are wondering why it is so important to address you in times like these. The answer is simple. June marks not only our National Day, but also two other important historical events. We are also commemorating the 60th anniversary of the Mueda massacre. On June 16, 1960, hundreds of compatriots were indiscriminately slaughtered by the Portuguese colonial forces when they peacefully demonstrated demanding the right for freedom and self-determination. Mueda was indeed the last episode of our resistance against Portuguese colonial occupation. A remarkable and coincidental fact is that on the same date, June 16, 1976, thousands of black South African students demonstrated in Soweto demanding the right for a dignified and improved education. Let me take this opportunity to express our admiration to all those who stand up for their rights. On 16th June, we celebrated 40 years of the creation of Metical, our national currency. Despite all the hardships, Metical remains a stable currency and a true symbol of our financial identity. This year, June also marks the centenary of Eduardo Mondlane, our founding father. Eduardo Mondlane unified the liberation movements in the fight for the independence we are celebrating today. He is the architect of our national unity in Mozambique. Ladies and gentlemen, as I indicated earlier on, we are all in the grips of the COVID-19 pandemic. Although infection levels and the death rate remain by comparison very low, Mozambique, like many nations, is suffering from its negative effects. our tourism, an important provider of jobs, and the informal sector, the safety valve for most of our people, have been badly hit. We are losing jobs, and poverty levels are unfortunately increasing. Nonetheless, the government is doing its best to implement prevention measures. These aim at reducing the spread of infections by raising the awareness of our people, while at the same time putting in place incentive packages to stimulate the economy. The challenge of improving our national health system has become greater than ever. We approach it also as an opportunity to address some of the more crippling structural shortcomings in the country. We are particularly encouraged that in spite of those challenges, investors' confidence remains stable. We have been blessed by natural resources, and despite the global oil crisis, projects for the development of natural gas for both the domestic and foreign market are on course. As a matter of fact, 2021 should mark the commencement of LNG production on a larger scale once the floating platform being assembled in South Korea reaches our shores. We are placing emphasis on local content and downstream development. This will be indeed the best way to develop our SMEs, entrepreneurial base, and provide a larger region with value-added products. We want to play a greater role in power generation for national industrial development and the Southern African power pool. The government has embarked on a massive infrastructure development that includes reconstruction in places devastated last year by 2 consecutive cyclones, as well as areas that can contribute to the improvement of supply chains. This includes housing, sanitation, water supply, roads, and bridges. Maritime cargo transport along the coast has been recently relaunched after years of paralysis. This will be a contributing factor to the strengthening of our geographical advantage as a logistics hub. Indeed, goods can now be easily moved from south to north and vice versa, linking and complementing the development corridors across the country. Mozambique remains a friendly business destination, and I would like once again to remind you all that difficulties also create opportunities, like a great politician once said. I therefore, and once again, invite the business community to continue to seize all these opportunities by creating strategic partnerships with local SMEs. We want to benefit from foreign expertise and know-how in this regard. I would like to conclude by wishing us all strength and resilience in these trying times. Our continent has shown itself capable of overcoming the most daunting challenges. Indeed, independence celebrations in Africa are always a reminder of our resilience. I look forward to celebrating the 46th independence anniversary of Mozambique without social distancing, but of course with our hands washed. Please join me in a virtual toast to the prosperity of Mozambique, to the prosperity of South Africa and its people, to the prosperity of the whole continent of Africa. I thank you all.